Welcome to Global Music Mayhem, where it's all about the music.
Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a bit. I'm getting back into all my reactions and reviews, and now I am going to talk about Band-Maid. Because Band-Maid just released a new album, Unleashed, on September 21st through Pony Canyon. And oh my God, can we just talk about, there's 8 tracks on it. It comes in at, so I'm gonna look here, 28 minutes and 33 seconds. What do you think when you hear something like 28 minutes and 33 seconds? I mean, even at that, it's like an 8-tracker. It could actually be considered an EP as short as it is. But it's an album EP, however they want to coin it. Let's see. So, we'd already heard Sense off of this, and I know I did a reaction to Sense a while back, and still, it's a great track. Great track, great track. I'm like, but we already decided, and we've talked about this before, the Band-Maid, there's nothing that they can do wrong when it comes musically, because they're just so darn talented. And like, yeah, they're so good. But let's dig into what this is. So, one thing I can say right off the bat that I really love about this album is that all of the tracks are really short. That means the tracks are just really dialed in. They're in and out, and they leave your ears wanting more as soon as they leave you because they're so good. But then you're on into the next thing already. And I mean, it was weird because by the time the album got over, I was already like, wow, it's already over. And so then I wanted to play it again. Good work, Band-Maid, because you're making people want to keep playing it again, right? But let's talk about the album too. So the album opens up with this all instrumental track. It's called, From Now On. It's got this proggy feel, like that prog metal. It's got metal shred. It's massive, that massive like anthemic kind of feel you feel to it. And I want to say like cinematic feel, like you would expect to maybe find it like on a movie or something like but then I know that some of the stuff in this album is something themed around anime. So, you know, it's got that feel, and you just totally recognize, all right, hey, well, it's anime. University Comic-Con, right? So, you know, I can say I'm apprised of some of these things, right? That I watch and listen to. You kind of just tune that in your ear, right? So I think they did really good with the opening, and I'm not a huge instrumental fan all the time. Like I really have to be in the mood for it, but like that just kind of fit. And then it was bam, straight into the track balance. And you know, where is the balance and balance? You know, so like it might be the lighter sided track on the album. If you can really say there's a lighter side for the rock when it comes to Band-Maid. The drums, I think, on this one are like the highlight for the drums on the entire release. Like this is like where the drums are the most in the front, like really like you recognize them and they just stand out. I did a really good job with the drums on this one. I really liked it. You know, and I think it was a really good track all through and through. I mean, like as we all decided, vocals on anything Band-Maid does, they're always great. They blend the right way where they're supposed to and stick out where they're supposed to. Like there's just this great vocal control and range, and that's what you're going to hear through the whole album. But the vocals again are like an instrument for an artist, and you know, so balance is just that. Like I say, it's kind of like the lighter one, and then you get Unleash, and it's heavy. You know, it starts out reminding me of like early generation Hole, where it's just that raw feel, and it's like an in your face, take no prisoners kind of feel to the track. Really good track, really good. You know, and of course, I'm going to skip over Sense because we already know, and I'll link it. The reaction I did for Sense, we'll drop that up there. There's a card up there. You can click on that. Check out what I thought about Sense. We all went through that one. Then the next track, 5, is going to be called I'll. I'll. On this, oh my gosh, can I just tell you how much I love the bass in this track? You guys know me by now. I love the bass. Give me the bass lines. I want some deep, heavy, like just blow my eardrum kind of bass, right? There's some good stuff going on here. You can just, it sticks out, totally sticks out. You know it's there. It's not hidden. And the tempo in this track is really cool. It's like a push and pull tempo. You know, the instrumentals are fun. It's super interesting in how they arranged everything. But you know what? I want to say this track is probably the most radio play style track for at least in the American markets or Canadian markets. This would be what you consider the mainstream that it would play on the radio. This is the one maybe like LA will be like, oh, we'll just put this one on the radio. This is what I would expect like as a radio track. Really good song, catchy. And I think it's probably for those who don't know Band-Maid or maybe not really into like the whole different styles of prog, this is probably the most what's the word I would say, like radio, not like radio friendly, but like most approachable track to bring somebody in off this album to Band-Maid, like for somebody who's not necessarily into the next level of what Band-Maid does. For me, man, I gotta tell you, Curlium was a really, really cool track. I mean, I was going through listening to the album, and you know, you kind of get on snooze, like that cruise control kind of thing, and you say, okay, and you listen, it's good, and then something kind of catches you and wakes you up. That's what Curlium did to me. It totally woke me up. It's like that cool proggy guitar arrangement they had going and blended in with the intensive riffs, and they got this funky breakdown. Like that's the thing. They had some really cool breakdowns throughout this album. Like, Band-Maid just impresses me. I could just do an interview. I mean, I could just do an album review like in like less than 2 minutes and just be like, Band-Maid, the band that always brings it, the band that always impresses me. And leave it at that, right? But anyway, so they got so many different things going on in the Curlium track that I was like, one moment you're fast paced, the next you're slower. You have super intentional riffs, and then there's this blazing solo that drops down into really like delicate vocals, and then it blasts it back open, and you're like, what are they doing? What are they doing? And it really reminds you like just how like amazing they are, right? Well, then when we think we're getting close to being over and not really sure what else they can do to blow our minds, they drop Influencer on us. And Influencer, check it out here. I've got another reaction up here. New reaction for Influencer that just came out on the 20th of September. You know, this one they tackle the topic of, you know, social media and the so-called influencers. I don't get it. The influencers don't influence me. The bands impress me. They don't influence me. It's like I'm impressed by things, but like I don't take advice on a lot of those so-called, I'm self-titled influencer for that. Not my thing. But they talk about it in here, and I got a good laugh out of it. Totally good laugh because I totally agree with a lot of the lyrics in the video. Here we go. So they've got that slide on the fret. So cool. Like, yeah. God. The guitar prowess and the bass prowess in this band alone. I'm not worthy. I am so not worthy. Anyway, so we're going on. So they do the slide, and then it's this cool building vocals with this building intro of drums that like they're matched together, and it plays around, and you know there's something coming, and then they unleash a really proggy vibe in this one. It's like really feels prog, super prog in your face. And one thing I noticed too, like on this track, and then it just reminded me through other tracks, there's an infusion of English lyrics throughout that you don't normally expect, and then they just kind of show up and they're in your face, and you're like, oh wait, what? So it was kind of a cool thing to catch in there, and the mix of the Japanese and English in there. So it was really cool. I like it when bands do that, but I love it when bands sing in their native tongue. And then, you know, I'm going to go find the lyrics myself, and I'm going to translate what I don't understand, and I'm going to get it. But I'm also working on my Japanese, so I'm getting a little bit more where I notice a few things. I'm getting a little bit better with it. It'll take me a bit, but I'm getting there. But yeah, it's like so much cool stuff going on. And so like you hear that, and then you got these cool vocal runs, and that I don't traditionally hear with Band-Maid. So it kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, vocal runs, hey, that's kind of cool. Wait, what? So I had to back up and go back and listen again. I was like, that's cool. And then you got these really cool, like I was noticing there's like this drumming pattern. And then aside from that drumming pattern that you'll hear, it's like in a few specific places in the track, then you'll hear like almost like a galloping, like I would say like a horse goes trot. It's like this gallop feel that you're going to get from the drums. Really cool. And it was like, all right, that's cool. And then when you don't expect it, there is a vocal part that is like rapping, like a couple of the lines are rapping. That was really cool. Like, it's like, hey, that's cool. Wait, what? And then it's followed by the most killer bass line. And I was like, what? A little bit of slap going on at the first of it. I was like, what? Losing my mind and shredding guitars. Like, can we just talk about big track moments? Yes. Such a cool track. I mean, there's so many good tracks on this EP album, whichever you want to call it. Then we get to the last one, which is Hate with the question mark behind it. Boy, it's gritty, it's angsty, it's so powerful. It is packed with really cool guitar riffs. It's proggy. It's even a little jazzy and like punchy bass. Like I couldn't believe like that mixture, like a little bit of jazz feel, the prog and the punchy bass. It was really kind of cool. Like it's not funk, but oh, it was really cool. And then the fretwork that was going on, like the finger work they were working on these guitars in this track, so cool. Really cool. I'm so jealous because I don't say I'm not good enough. I'm not structured enough, or I don't tie myself down. I'm not focused enough. There we go. Focused enough to stay busy, like practicing all the time. So I could be way better, but I'm so all over the place with other things that it's just, I'm not as dedicated as this is what they do. And that's why they are so amazing, because they've put in the time, effort, and hours to work on their styling and their skills. And that's why they're so damn amazing. And that's why I tend to love to listen to music more than I play it. Because but, oh man, I tell you, so much good stuff. And I really like that this track, the drums were so intense. Really cool. And then I like the outro of it. It was done in English, and it's, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. It just kept going over and over on the way on the outro. And it was like, okay, could you think the song was a song about hate? Yes, you could. So, oh my God, so much is going on in this album. I think that Band-Maid did a phenomenal job. I know you guys have already listened to it, think the same thing, right? You've got to think the same thing. So now I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the crowd. Tell me, what do you think, Maniacs? Are they, let me give you a good question. What is your favorite song with the bass that you like the best? And where do you think the drums are the strongest? What track do you think highlights the drums? What's your favorite song with the solo for guitar? And where do you think the vocals? What's your favorite vocal on this album? Instead of just leaving it up to generic, let me ask you those specifics. And then who has the album already? Who's going out to catch you guys on the band on tour next week? Like I said, they'll be here in Seattle next week on Wednesday on the 12th. I'm going to catch them. So let me know what you think. Again, it is Band-Maid Unleashed. Came out September 21st. Go give it a ton of love, a ton of plays. And I hope to see you guys out there when they are here in Seattle. And if I don't, though, thanks for sticking around for this one, guys. And let me know how your shows are going and what you guys are loving about the album. Bye.